Hey guys, and welcome back to the corner. My name is Jack. So for today's spotlight, I was looking at some of the videos I've already done, like namely the Giants B10 video that I showed you guys with a farmable team. And in that video, I mentioned that if you were struggling, you could swap out one of the characters for Ahman, the light warbear. So I thought today I'd give you guys a video talking about Ahman. Now, Ahman is a light monster that you can obtain through a secret dungeon on Sundays. If you do see him pop, I definitely recommend getting him, even if you weren't looking for him. He is an HP based monster. His damage is based on his HP, and his passive is based on his HP, and we'll get to those in a minute. Um, so he's very tanky. He's never going to be a high damage dealer, but he is extremely useful in supporting your team and having some utility to control the enemy team. So, what's important to note about him is his attack doesn't matter. He needs as much HP as you can muster, and you need to have 100% crit rate or as close to 100% as you can get. Having a high accuracy is also useful for his first skill. So let me jump in and show you why I say that. So his first skill has a chance to provoke the target, and it is a 80% chance when fully skilled. This is very useful for things like TOA and making sure that the next character that attacks him so that they don't target your weaker monsters. Very handy and very useful for keeping your team alive. Second skill does damage based on his max HP. It's actually a pretty decent ratio, so it's worth noting that there. But that's all it does, it just does damage. His third skill is why this monster is useful for Trial of Ascension and everything else. And his third skill is a passive. Whenever he crits, he heals the entire party for 12% of his max HP. So the higher his HP is, the more powerful his heal is. The more he crits, the more times he heals. So you get him up to 100% crit rate, and he'll heal everyone on every turn. You get his HP up, and his heals just become more powerful as his HP goes up. It's definitely worth getting him. He's a good replacement monster for Giants B10 if you are having trouble surviving some of the giant strikes or surviving the trash to get to the giant. He's great for Trial of Ascension, like I mentioned, for controlling the enemy team to try and influence who's going to attack who next. And then, of course, just the heal that it gives every turn helps balance things out. How to rune him? I've got mine runed on two blade sets and an energy set. So my sets are, 51% HP there, 63 there, and then 47% crit rate there. That gets me my 100% crit rate, and I try to have good HP substats on all the runes, but I have a feeling I failed on a couple of them because his HP isn't quite as high as I'd like. But it's still good. So let's look at the others. So yeah, his he doesn't have a lot of good HP substats, but he's got the main stats, so his runes could be better, but they're not horrible. But I'll let you look at his main stats again now that you understand his skills a little better. So mine has two failings that I would like to correct with runes going forward. One, I would like to get another 5 to 10,000 HP on him. He's currently at 29,000, which is good, but could be better. I mean, I've got other HP based monsters that have a lot more health than he does. His speed is also a huge failing point. Now he has 101 base speed, which actually is not bad. He's definitely not one of the speedier monsters, but there's a lot of monsters out there that are slower than he is. So that's the other thing I'd like to fix is getting some more speed runes on him so that he can attack more often. So that he'll be healing a lot more often if I do that as well. Sorry about the mouse cursor there, guys. I didn't realize it was on the screen. Um, but yeah, that's all I've got really to say about him on. Keep your eye open for the secret dungeon for him on Sundays, so that you could try and get him, and then skilling him up. All of the bearman are farmable through secret dungeons, I think, except for I want to say there was one that wasn't, but I can't remember which one. In any case, you can farm secret dungeons to get him. You can also get skill up food for him from unknown scrolls, social summons, and mystic scrolls. So he's not very hard to skill up. Uh, oh, other rune sets I would use. Yeah, Fatal's useless on him. Uh, Realistically, Rage is useless on him as well. So is Despair. Really, the only four sets that would be good for him are Swift and Violent. Everything else you're really just missing out. For your two sets, Energy, of course, is great. Blade is great. And Shield is great because he does have that high base HP and the shield runes work off the base, not the total. So with that high base HP, the shield runes would be decent as well. Um, but yeah, other than that, that's all I got to say on him. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comments below. If you have any suggestions or if there's anything you want to see, please let me know. Otherwise, like, share, subscribe, let other people know I'm here, and I will see you guys next time in the corner.